Shalom out there, Shalom. Hey, GMS Charlotte, Midweek camp back at you live in effect. Before we get started, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders and great millstone who taught us truth. Double salutations to all you Akim of the labor in the house of David, the elect. Pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to the brothers and shalom to the elect. All right? It's about that time, man. All right? Shit is getting deadly serious. And, you know, it's the lesson that I went through today. All right? This guy, Trump, is really about to go overload on this shit, man. You know, as far as the high, what's it called? The high impact upgrade with the police and whatnot. And, you know, policing Jake communities and all of that. And it's about to be a complete disaster. But ultimately, what is the wrath of the Lord? All right, on the left-hand side, the Lord. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah 45:7. This is what we telling you. The Lord is controlling the right and the left. Everything is done for the purpose of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know.
This is Isaiah chapter 45:7.
That's right.
I form the light and create darkness.
That's right.
I make peace and create evil.
I make peace and create evil, man. And we're approaching the time of great evils. Ezekiel the 7th chapter. Evils and only evils are on the horizon. Go ahead.
I, the Lord, do all these things.
I, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, do all these things, man. All right, so this is part of the story. We're entering in the time of the straight gate, the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, a time of tribulation like no other, man. All right, so you got to be prepared in the spirit, man. Your life is about to change here in Babylon soon to come. All right?
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it? You know, so like we said, that trumpet being blown is the men of the Lord out here on the highways and byways, lifting up our voice like a trumpet, warning our people of the coming destruction that the Lord is about to bring. All right? And we're also telling you that this is the Lord that's doing this, man. All right, Trump. All right, these Gurgle troops, the martial law is about to take place. All the evil that you're going to see take place in the world is not happening by coincidence. This is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's judgment taking place, man.
Yeah, and they said it's down to, 5 to 7 weeks left before, you know, those supply shortages really hit due to those tariffs in China, man. They said empty shelves, man. And so we wait to see it. Right?
So this is really like the last week where those last couple of ships that were being imported into America were not affected by the tariffs. Everything from this point on is impacted by those tariffs.
Yeah. It's about to get brutal, man.
Yeah.
You know, give me that Revelation 10, let's go over something.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power.
Now is the time of the salvation of the Lord's elect in the kingdom of heaven. And repent, therefore, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. That's the time we in now. Because in order for us to obtain the kingdom of heaven, we got to go through the straits, the tribulation. Go ahead.
Now is salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Mashiach.
That's right.
For the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
Yeah, the accuser of our brethren. Going back to the Edomite, man. The devil. All right, because it's like I said, right now in this time, Jake is the face of terrorism, domestic terrorism, sexual immorality, nigga shit that you see all over the internet, online. All right, Jake is the face of everything that's wrong with Babylon. So the accuser of our brethren, all right, he has the narrative already set up.
Right.
You know.
As you see, Esau tapping back into that scientific racism.
Yep.
All right, these talking points that you see in Trump. And you know, these different Edomites starting to bring back out is going to be the justification for them to bring to come down on Jake the way they're going to.
Yep.
All right. They already said that, you know, we saw the hell that he's bringing upon the northern kingdom. He passed legislation to pretty much make it okay so he can deport so-called blacks.
Yep.
You know, and they're, like you said, the police thing. They're green light the police to beat your ass, man. So there's all type of, you know, things coming down the pipe. But like you said, that sword is being furbished, man, and it's going to do what it's going to do.
Yeah, a lot of these Edomites are in that spirit of America can't progress until you niggas get put back down. You know, in the spirit, you know, where they're talking about how niggas is running around uncivilized, like they got a point. But at the same time, all of us are getting ready to get lumped into that whole category. You know, no matter what you believe in, you can believe in the truth, you can be a Muslim, whatever, black conscience, whatever. You are all of it's called Jacob's trouble for a reason. So Esau is about to come with the justification to bring his wrath upon all the tribes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because like you said, Jacob's trouble encapsulates all of Jacob, whether you're in the truth or not.
Yeah.
All right, so it would make sense for you, Jacob, to have the ears to hear, all right, to get your heads right now. Because it doesn't matter if you if you don't believe or not. You're still gonna be a part of that judgment. Because 1 Peter 4:17 lets it be known that judgment is gonna begin at the house of the Most High first, man. All right, so whether you believe or not, it doesn't matter. Jacob's trouble is still gonna be there. That's why you see a lot of Jacob trying to run from that.
Jacob don't want to be trouble with the trouble. That's inevitable. Like we discussed last week at camp, the word inevitability. The will of the Lord will be accomplished. All you got to do is prepare, because like you quoted Jacob's trouble, at the end of that verse it says, but he shall be saved out of it.
Yeah.
It's inevitable what's going to happen, but the Lord has given us the keys to understand and prepare ourselves, like the elder has said, to make ourselves ready to prepare.
That's it, man. And that's the time we in, that it's not going to be a good look to be a follower of the Lord, man. Right. With this persecution that's coming down, that's why you got a lot of Jake backpedaling. Niggas been sold out. Niggas doing videos, trying to pander to the so-called white man. Niggas is losing their mind all over the internet, man. All these stupid videos popping up. Jake talking shit against the truth, against the Hebrew Israelites and all of that, man. But that's part of the story, man.
That's not going to help. That's just going to make your hell even more. Right. Because what you're doing by coming up against the Lord and his men is you're just pissing them off even more, man.
And listening to the elders down in Dallas, the elder Yasharamba did a lesson earlier today, going into the second chapter, right? The Lord is going to allow these different obstacles to take place so that these miracles can be, magnified. If you want to be in that spirit where, fuck it, I'm a fool, ain't no miracle gonna happen for you, nigga. You're gonna be on the story, you're gonna be in the book of the niggas that fold, right? And that happened time and time over since time immemorial, where you had our people that would fold and they would bend under pressure, and nothing would happen for them but the worst, which they were trying to avoid. It's no different now.
Same thing that happened to the apostates, right? That stopped following after Yahweh Shai, man.
This is Luke 9:22, 21. It says, and he straightly charged them, commanded them to tell no man that thing, saying, the Son of Man must suffer many things, and be rejected of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be slain, and raised the third day. And he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me.
Yeah, it's the time. We gotta take up the cross. We gotta carry the cross, man. We gotta enter into that straight gate, man. Well, only one man can enter there at one time, man.
Meaning that your walk is an individual walk between you and the Lord, because no brother can save you. All right, the apostles and elders can't save us. They constantly tell us that. So this truth is all about you getting yourself right, fixing your relationship with the Lord while you still have the opportunities.
Exactly. This is why we got to be equipped with the whole armor of the Lord right now, because we're getting ready to enter into the war, the spiritual war. Yeah. Right. So you got to be armored up. Go ahead.
Verse 24. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it.
Yeah, all you niggas in the world that's trying to prolong your life here, trying to save your life here, the Lord said you're going to lose it, because everything on this side is about to get burnt up. All right? Hey, there was a video that I had, I don't know if I went through it, but it was a video that I came across, and this Edomite was breaking it down about how the economy is pretty much on its way out, and everybody's about to lose everything. And we see that on a level now, especially with the whole so-called middle class, the mom and pop businesses. There's a lot of, restaurants and businesses that are getting shut down right now, man. People are about to lose everything that they're trying to hold on to in this place, man. You got it?
Whosoever will lose his life, it's like it shall save his life, shall lose it.
That's right.
But whosoever will lose his life for my sake, the same shall save it.
That's it. Go ahead.
For what is a man's advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away?
Yeah, all you niggas are sold out, niggas in Hollywood that have sold they sold for the temporary riches, for the little bit of fame. All right, to what avail? At the end all be all, hey, you're going to be reserved for the second death. So was it worth it? You know? Hey, like the scripture say, these men have received their consolation already. They're in their heaven already. They're in their kingdom, so to speak, right now.
They chose their God already.
There you go.
Whether it be Satan, money, devil, whatever the case may be, man. You have made your stance known unto the world. Alright? So when Yahweh Shah comes back to collect, you ain't got nothing for him. So what he's going to collect is your life. Verse 26. For whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of my words, of him shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he shall come in his own glory and in his Father's and of the holy angels.
Yeah, so right now there's a lot of Israelites. There's a lot of Israelites that are ashamed. Backpedaling, man. Yeah. Trying to save Esau. You're not a Hebrew Israelite no more. Why I left this cult. Why I'm no longer a Hebrew Israelite. Why I rejected the Bible. Whatever. Right? But the Lord said, guess what? You're going to be ashamed when he returns with the heavenly host. Right? You got it.
It says, if anyone is ashamed of me and my message, the Son of Man will be ashamed of that person when he returns in his glory and in the glory of the Father and the holy angels.
There you go.
So at the end of the day, man, like I said, you're not doing nothing but making your judgment worse.
Sure.
If you called yourself being in this truth and then decided to go back into the world because you are afraid of what the peril and hell is going to do to you.
I don't know.
All right, we are
tell you
sick
this, but whatever.
as sheep into the midst of wolves, man. All right, we come into this thing knowing that we're open to whatever persecution the Lord has set for us.
Well,
Even you come to that we cannot do this is knowing.
back in the day, it used to be like an order to do anything.
And also part of the proof is that the elect will win.
Thank you.
The victory is already written, man.
Somebody got to be of the elect.
Yep.
You know.
That's it. Can I get one more? Matthew 10, 32 and 33. And then we'll go back to that Revelation 12. This is
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven.
and we want Yahweh Shah to confess us before the Father in heaven.
Right?
Right? Go ahead.
But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven.
There you go. So you can play with this thing if you want to. All right? You can draw back if you want to, but that just proves that you're one of the elect, man.
Right.
All right? Because guess what? The elect are going to finish the course. They're not gonna take their hands from the plow, man.
Right.
They're gonna finish the work, man.
Guess what? Those of you that drew back, you're going to be beaten with many stripes.
Yeah, because you knew better.
Yeah. And ultimately what you said by doing that is telling you Yahweh Shah, his sacrifice didn't mean nothing.
Matthew chapter 25 and verse 24. Then he which had received 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown.
Man, you gotta start up with that. Start with a few verses.
You want me to start at the top of the parable?
Yeah, start at the top.
Matthew chapter 25 and verse 13. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh.
Yeah, we watching every day, man. How do we watch for the prophecies that are coming to pass daily? The scriptures tell us to measure the time diligently within itself. There's so much shit that's going on. You know, it's hard to keep up. The amount of videos that's going out from the body. All right, the different types of current events and news that are taking place every day. You know, you gotta go.
Verse 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods.
Right.
And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability.
To every man according to his several abilities. So those talents have been allotted out. All right, the talents into the contribution of this work, man. All right, and forwarding the ministry. All right, forwarding the Father's business. Go ahead.
And straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained another 2. But he that had received 1, went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money.
Right, and you got Jake still right now, and this ain't the time to be sitting on the Lord's talent, man. To be sitting on the money. You're supposed to go out there and flip the money, man. You got a lot of cheerleaders, you got a lot of Jakes that are shamed. All right,